Okay. All right. So I know I did this last minute impromptu kind of a meeting. So close up. I don't like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and talk. I'm going to post this on the team page, and hopefully y'all can listen to it, and it will help you really get out of a funk that I think we're all in right now. So yeah, but let me go ahead and try to minimize some things really quick. So what I wanted to talk about is needing to have, a goals and vision, right? So you need to break it down between daily, weekly, and monthly. So I've got my notes so I remember what to talk about. So there are things that I do first thing in the morning, right? First thing before I do anything with my kids, my husband, whatever it is, you've got to have those go-to things that you always do. For me, first thing is I check out my daily devotional book. I take a moment to read what I need to be thankful for and what I need to be focusing and, embrace all the blessings I have in my life. Then, hopefully, they're still sleeping. I can then get ahead and read. I always try to the goal is to read another chapter of my personal development book. That's how I want to start off my day. And sometimes I do that and I haven't even gotten out of bed. So I have those books on my nightstand and I just pick it up and I'm right there. I usually do that because I have a 2.5-year-old laying next to me in this arm. So if I can get him to stay sleeping, but I can get some of my stuff done, I need to, even better. Then afterwards, I do try to get out of bed and do the normal daily things. But those are my things that I do first thing in the morning. They don't have anything to do with really business-wise because my personal development is all about right now is living well, spending less. And I'm struggling with that book, to be honest with you, because she heavily bases a lot of her content with Bible verses. And I'm not against it, but I feel it's sort of like false advertising. Nowhere on the book, the back of the book describing it, nowhere even, not even in the description describing her as an author, does it say anything about God, about spirituality, nothing. And so far, I'm in 3 chapters in, and I would say 50% of every chapter has to do with scripture. She takes out at least 5 excerpts of the Bible in each chapter, and even at the end as our challenge to reflect, she's always reflecting back to God. So it's not that I don't like it, I just wish that they had said that that was a part of her book, because it sort of was misleading. That's beside the point. So that's my book. It doesn't have anything to do really about business. It's all about me. And then again, my daily devotional, again, me. So then we go into our business, right? Having those daily things we do, and weekly and monthly, because we're going to put our big goal. Like I've got for October, hit Success Club 10, create my Happy, Healthy, and Harder to Kill challenge group, which I have, and it's going. Have 2 personally sponsored coaches hit Success Club, so that's where we're reaching. PD, personal development, non-negotiable. It even says it up there. Host a coach open house, which we're going to have the last week of October. Add 3 new coaches. I've got done 1. I need 2 more. Host my weekly team calls again. Here we go. Begin Max 30 Turbo Fire Hybrid. So I'm switching off alternate weeks. Last week was Turbo Fire. This week's is Max 30. And then get P90X certified. So I'm able to cross off 1 that I totally finished. So that's for October what I want to collectively do. Now, do I just leave that up there? I have to have daily to-dos, breaking them down smaller, right? So my daily, to build my team, to get towards those goals is checking into my challenge groups. And right now I have lessened my challenge groups. I only have a max out For all Santi programs, I have an Extreme Dauntless one for 21 Day Fix and Fix Extreme. And then I have on-demand one, which I always do. It's just, anybody who's streaming, because they don't have a specific one. And then I have whatever my theme of the month challenge group. I have those 4. And then I will end up having a Coach Basics group. This month I haven't had one start, but my coaches have been a little bit slow, so I will be starting one again soon. So those are my 4 really that I always have. Check into those challenge groups. Does not have to be first thing in the morning. It just has to fit in your day. And so what is best for you? Sometimes I do mine in the morning, sometimes it's not, and that's okay. Post in Facebook. So I definitely have, most of my posts are pre-scheduled. I will sit down one day a week and really try to look at my calendar. And I've shown it to you before, but I'll show it to you again. I have my calendar, so here's October. And I'm reminding myself I write down when I have scheduled a post. Okay, and I will either sometimes write down what time I've scheduled it or just what type of post it is, because I'll forget a lot of times, like if I'm posting a tip or a recipe or a move of the day, kind of a thing. I can't close this now. So I schedule my posts. Definitely want to have at least 2 posts a day, if not 3 is the minimum. You really don't want to go too crazy, because then you're just starting to blow up people's newsfeed and you're just annoying them. Then you need to send some messages to your brand new coaches, checking in with them. Just because you posted in your Coach Basics group is not enough, or if you haven't created your own and you're dumping them into mine, which is absolutely fine because it's the same content you'd be using anyways, you still need to check in with them, see how they're doing. Are they getting comfortable with inviting? Have they posted? Have they created their fit page finally? Those kinds of things. Then you need to follow up with your own prospects and your own clients. Following up, you don't need to have a huge list of people you follow up with, daily. Just pick a few and check in with them. This is where also you're connecting, and this is where the inviting part comes in, where I have my spreadsheet that I love, Excel, and I'm very organized and anal on that part. And I have a whole list of all the people that I've at least spoken to or who have reached out to me having interest in anything about Beachbody. And I write down the date that I've last checked in with them. So my coach calls them like, hey girl messages. And a couple of the top coaches that I've heard on the National Wake Up Call, they do the same thing, where you can go, hey girl, hey mama, and you just finish the blank. Check out, obviously you should check and see and keep up with what they've been up to. So if you see, hey mama, I see you just had another grandbaby, congratulations. How is that going? What's the baby's name? Those kinds of things. Start the conversation and leave it at that. Have them respond back to you and have it like a normal conversation. Don't always go with, hey girl, how are you doing? And then bleh, your whole inviting process and you like, this month's challenge pack is $140 and this 21 Day Fix Extreme and no, that's not how we're going to start it. Okay. You need to start it by checking in with them and being genuine, like you are a girlfriend and you really care about what they've been up to. Then you can start to then figure out breaking away. Oh, you've been really busy. Oh, you've been eating really bad. You're starting to feel sort of sluggish. Then you can start chiming in. I was feeling really tired too before, and I noticed once I started working out, and I don't have time to be working out 2 hours in the gym like I used to. These 30-minute workouts, they're actually really helpful. That's how you're going to start. That's your inviting. It's really just having conversations. You need to actually build a relationship and have people feel comfortable with you, knowing that you actually give a damn. It's not that you're just trying to rush and sell them a product and then never talk to them again, because that's how a lot of other companies are. That's not how we are. So we are going to take the time. It may take you some time. It's not like some people, where they immediately make that quick decision. No, some people you're going to have to work and check in. And they're going to have to really see you doing it every single day, coming in, checking in, posting every day, posting that selfie, posting that meal, posting that really crap day that you haven't eaten anything since breakfast. That'd be me. Just being true and raw and honest. That's what they want to see, and be like, you know what? She seems like a normal person, not like a superwoman. If she can get it done, I can get it done. So that's where following up and inviting really comes into play. Training, I urge you to join any and all training groups that either myself or my upline Kim offers, because we're never going to stop learning. And there's always other people who have little tweaks and little differences that maybe I'm not providing to you and explaining well, that maybe she does. Personal development, I've already talked about. Getting your workout, already talked about. Those are things that are non-negotiable that should just already be, and you shouldn't even need to have them on your to-do list because you're just going to get it done. And then connecting with your coaches and customers. Again, that's part of your follow-up time too. So if you're trying to, in a day, you do your power hour, right? Power hour. I would suggest if you're just starting out your power hour, 30 minutes of that is going to be your workout. The other 30 minutes will be trying to do all these things. Checking in to the challenge groups, they don't take that long. You don't have to write, this long-winded thing. People don't have time and patience to follow that. Checking in, follow up, quick little hey girl messages. Your personal development is going to be after that. It's not going to be included in this, okay? Because your personal development, you could be listening to a podcast, to an audiobook, doing those things while you're vacuuming, washing dishes, folding clothes, giving kids a bath, okay? Cooking dinner. You need to maximize those mindless times. I guess giving your kid a bath is not mindless. So nix that. All the other ones are mindless tasks. We don't really need to focus, hone in our attention 100%, right? We can be doing and multitasking because that's what we're good at. We're women, we multitask, and we're all moms for the most part. So that's what you're going to do daily. Now, weekly, you're going to check your downline. And I suggest check your downline every Wednesday, okay? Or even Tuesday, because Thursday is our payday. You want to make sure that somebody is not dropping rank, that they're staying active, and if they're inactive, you need to get on them and see, why do you not have Home Direct? Why are you not at least on Shakeology Home Direct or Beachbody Performance on Home Direct? Because those are what's going to help you get optimal results. And if you're not on Home Direct and you're a coach, we've got to talk. Next, weekly, you really need to start thinking about your business posts. So meaning, on top of just your daily checking in, showing people you got your workout, you've been eating healthy, and little fun food tips and this and that, because it doesn't need to always be seriously all Beachbody. But you do need to start inviting for the business, right? So at least once or twice a week, you should be having a post inviting people to your next challenge group. Tell them a little bit about it, create a really cool name. Have it create a little, image using Canva or PicPlayPost or Photofy, whatever app you like to use. You need to have those business posts, inviting to your challenge group, inviting to our coach open house. It's a 5-day sneak peek. Inviting to our opportunity call, what do I call it? Our curiosity call, that we have once a month. Those kinds of things. You have to invite. People are not going to know unless you actually invite. And you can't just invite one time, because it doesn't mean just because you clicked post that everybody sees it, okay? That's not how it works. That's not how Facebook does it. You need to show a presence and a need and value. So if you are posting similar things every couple of days, eventually everyone who follows you will see it. Not to mention, you should be having a fit page by now. And every time you post something on your fit page, you need to share that onto your personal page. And that will drive traffic back to your fit page. Team calls, you got to get on the team call. And if you're really struggling or you have a specific thing you really want to work on or understand better, call me. Have these one-on-one calls. They're so essential. I still have my one-on-one calls with my coach, and she always gets me into gear and gets me focused. Because sometimes what she's talking to us about on the team call is not necessarily my weakness all the time. It's always good to have. It's always good to drive through and remember the basics. But sometimes I need a little bit more of something else. Maybe I'm doing something wrong or not the right way or the hard way. And so I always need her to sort of kick my ass in gear and tell me like it is. And I do it, and I'm so much better for it. And then monthly, simple. Run a challenge group. That's all I need you to do. Run a challenge group. You know, you're going to hit Success Club, and that's it. Everything else will fall into play. You do those things daily and weekly. Monthly, you're running your challenge group, being successful, and you're hitting Success Club. Those are no-brainers that you're going to get. So what I want you to do is I want y'all to write a to-do list. You don't have to make it too long, but just write a to-do list. So for me, I needed to recognize, like my schedule of what I needed to get done and sort of break it out. I'm going to use my Power of 3, and if you don't have that, please let me know. Power of 3 is a really great activity sheet, and it just reminds you every day what you need to do. Add 3 new friends onto your Facebook page, your personal page. You need to follow up with 3 people, invite 3 people. I don't know why I can't remember. And then workout, personal development, Shakeology. I know there's something else I'm missing. That's 3. Oh, well. And really having the mindset, of versus like always trying to do random chunks, 10 to 15 minutes, as opposed to just devoting like 1 hour, 2 hours. And then when it's done, it's done. So set the timer. So that's what I do. I used to do, I'm just going to do like 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. And guess what? I either am so disjointed at these 10 minutes that my creativity is lost. And then I try to come back and I have no flipping idea what the hell I was trying to do or where I was going with that post or any of that kind of stuff. So I figured, I just need to find a time, whether I need to wake up earlier, I'm going to stay up later. I need to have that 1 hour and devote it. Set the timer. Do not let myself go past it. And I don't even let myself start drifting off and then scrolling the stupid Facebook feed. No, that's wasting time. I need to be proactive and use that 1 hour of time for my business. And when I do this and I fit it in, I can get so much more and be more productive. I know you feel like, oh my gosh, an hour is a long time. I don't know if I can find the time. Believe me, you find the time, because really when we start doing these 10, 15-minute things here or there, we end up wasting and spending so much more time than an hour. Okay. Another one, number 4, I urge you to wake up early. I know you probably already do this, which is awesome. And the waking up early is not so that you can do all these other things I've been saying about building your business. It's doing it for time for you, okay? So you can get calm, collected, and really have that base and be ready for the day. For me, I have to do that, or else it's just like kids attacking me and go, 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 go. And, honey, I need you to make me a shake and blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to be late. And, what do we have plans? And it just, I need 2 of me, really. So that's not going to happen. So when I wake up early, I can ease into the day. I am not a morning person, meaning like I don't wake up like, yeah, I'm ready for the day and super happy and perky. No. I wake up and I'm like this. It doesn't change. It's almost as if like I have permanent Botox in my entire face, not just the forehead, the entire face. I have no facial expressions. I'm not happy. I'm not pissed. I'm just indifferent. I'm awake and I need time to wake up. So if I just wake up and just boom, go right into my day, I'm probably not going to react very well. So I suggest waking up a little bit earlier and taking that time for you so you can be ready for the day. I did sort of allude to this earlier about setting a timer either on your phone or using the kitchen cooking timer, whatever it is. Be aware of your time. You don't realize how much time we suck when we're just scrolling the internet or surfing the web or this or that, or like, oh, I just got an email. Let me check. Oh, Victoria's Secret's got a sale. Let me go to their website. When I was supposed to be working on a challenge group post or a business post or inviting for a coach opportunity. Now I catch myself buying like 5 different sports bras from Victoria's Secret that I didn't really need to begin with. See what I mean? So try to then just open up one browser. Like for me, I have like 5 Chrome browsers, like all these different tabs. So when I start working, I have to just drag the Facebook one out, close all the rest, and just have that. I don't need to see the notifications. I just got a new email from my personal email or from my Sassy email. I don't need to see that now. That's not time. Emails are actually distractions, okay? And this time I need is to be business. So that's why I need to be more productive. And being more productive is focused and using my time efficiently. And we are all busy. We all have jobs. We're all either moms. Some of us are stay-at-home moms. You know, we're trying to juggle a million different things. Being more productive and using our time wisely is so essential. And I don't want to add another thing on top of your busy schedules that you already have by being a coach. But doing all of these little things that I do give you hints on will help you maximize your time as well as increase your pay every week. You know, I completely get it. I've been there. You know, when I started this, my son was a little over a year old, and that was my youngest one. And it was super tough because they both still needed me so much, and they still do, but they're a little bit more independent, and they're a little bit more willing to either go with my mom or go with, you know, my son's provider, Paula, or, you know, God forbid, actually play together in their room with the millions of toys that we have while mama's, you know, trying to run in the kitchen, trying to quickly whip up a video of me cooking or, you know, typing up something on the computer in the kitchen. They're a little more independent, but it's taken time, and it's also taken them to learn that when they see me doing something, to then be distracted and keep going. Just like they've learned when they hear Shanti or they see that I'm working out, they come in real quick and they get the heck out now. There's not much like photo bombing that they do anymore. They've learned, oh, this is boring. She'll be done in about 30 minutes, and then we can attack her later. The next thing is, before you go to sleep at night, I want you to create your to-do for the next day. Again, that's just maximizing your time. So when you wake up and you've taken your 30 minutes or an hour, whatever, for you, time for you, and just, you know, easing into the day and prepping yourself mentally, that's where you already have that to-do list ready to go. You already know it, instead of trying to scramble again in the chaos of the morning, putting together your to-do list. There are a couple books that I do recommend, and I have got them on order from Amazon, and I'm super excited. One is The Morning Miracle. My coach swears by this book, so I'm going to do it. There's really cool, I think it's like every day there is a little bit of like a call to action, kind of a homework thing. And I know she alluded before that she wanted to maybe do like a challenge group using this book. So once I read it, I'm definitely probably going to do that myself. The next one is 5 Love Languages. I definitely recommend. And then You're a Badass. If you haven't, GoPro is definitely necessary. I suggest getting that in an actual book form. He goes over tons of examples of scripting of what he did when he was in network marketing. And I think it's really helpful in just learning the verbiage and how to slow down your pace of the back and forth and the information giving. It's key to have the script on your phone, whether you have an iPhone, so you have your notes, or whether you can put it in a Google Doc if you have Android. Or I think when I had an Android, it was like, they look like Post-it notes, but I don't know what they are now. But you can save them. So there's definitely some certain scripts that you want to save onto your phone. Like the whole scripting process that I've shared with everyone from Coach Amber Scott, I still use it as my base. Break it apart, save some of those onto your phone. The scripting that I definitely emphasize for everyone to use, and I probably used it on you, was created by another coach in my team. Her name is Nicole Crook. She's another one of my uplines coaches. And it's always the script we use after we've solidly sold someone and they want to order a challenge pack. It's by the way, and letting them know about coaching and the discount, and do you want to take advantage of the discount? Always end with that sentence. Don't change that script. It works. I don't know what it is, but it's just perfectly worded. So please save your scripts on your phone so you have it go to for you always. There's tons of YouTube links for like Shakeology. You can watch all of them, and you can create your own playlist. So if you don't have time to actually watch them, you found them, and you can create a playlist, and you can keep them secret. So when people go onto your YouTube page, they don't have to see what you're actually watching, which I thought was really nice. I need to do that. Another really cool thing is having an idea book. I should have brought it. When I went to Summit last year, my coach, she gave us like this big old bag and all these different goodies. And there's this little book, and I believe it even says my idea book. There's like a light bulb on it. It's just this little notebook. And I was writing all kinds of things in there from Summit. And I've used so many of them, and I continue to. And even when I am at my computer in my kitchen, I'm thinking of things, I quickly write them in there. So that's where you can, if you come across a really cool idea for a challenge group or anything really, put it in your idea book. It doesn't even have to be business related. It could even be, like some big, hairy, like awesome goals you want to reach, paying off your student loans, or, just recouping your monthly investment that you've been doing, or being able to replace what you used to earn at your full-time job. Those kinds of things. Put those in there. Write it down. Honestly, when it's written down and we actually see it and we can check in and see it over and over and over again, we are 90% more likely to actually achieve those goals than if we just say it out loud or keep it in our head. Somehow, seeing it written down has so much more impact than it just being in our brains. So that's why I'm asking you to make that to-do list, to follow the power of 3, activity tracker, to write down these posts, to save it into your phone, have it written down, Word, something. Always, and then even with your customer and your prospect list, you need to have it written down somewhere. Whether or not it's personally handwritten or in an Excel file, it needs to be done. You need to have an organized list somewhere. You can't just leave it up to your memory. You can't just leave it up to some random emails. You've got to put it down collectively. Even if you're just starting out and you have no coaches or you have 2 coaches, you are a business owner. So you need to act like one. I don't like to fake it till you make it, but you need to act as if. Act as if you are a business owner, that you have 20 coaches underneath you, that you're making, $10,000. You don't have to tell people you are, because that's lying. That's the fake it and make it. You need to act as if. You need to own it. How would that person then just walk in the room? What kind of clothes would that person wear? How are they going to talk, to other people? Are they going to talk like this and really quiet and you can't hear what I said? Or are they going to have their head up, shoulders back, really confident, walking in that room like they own that place, that people, if they don't know what you're doing, if they don't follow what you're doing, if they don't, believe and have passion in the same thing that you do, then they're missing out. That's the kind of attitude I want you guys to have. Because people are watching. They really are. And you can't just do one post here, one post there. Sometimes, be excited about something. They want to see consistency. They want to see that it is possible to do this, because they're in their mind thinking it's impossible, but really it is always possible. They just need to see an example. Maybe they don't hit it, my example doesn't hit home for them, but it might hit home for them if they see you every day doing the daily grind and seeing and being just the product of the product, and just like you're exuding that excitement that like, hey, sign up another coach and I'm recognized. I'm so thrilled. Or guess what? Lost another pound. Hey, I got a little less fat. Or, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like, you can't, it doesn't have to be all serious. You can poke fun, make light of it, just so that they know that it's not all serious, like I did my post the other day about, We're not striving for perfection. We're striving for progress and showing, you know, like when I stand up and I flex, my abs look really cool. As soon as I go, you know, you see flab. As soon as I sit down, flat. You know, make it real that, hey, yeah, when I take a picture and I show you my abs, it's not rock hard, solid abs all day long. That's not how it is. You know, be real. Approach people like that. And that's how then you're going to connect and people are going to start coming to you. I've already talked about pre-planning your posts. You know, on Facebook, when you have a fit page or a like page is what Facebook calls it, you can then start scheduling your posts ahead of time. And that really will help you. And that will help you separate, because Facebook, eventually, if you start using your personal page all the time for all these things, they will shut you down because you're running it as a business and they want you to open up a separate page. Really have a clear plan for where you want to take your business, you know, in 6 months, in a year, you know, start off that way. You can even create false deadlines, you know, like Success Club 5 by the 5th, Success Club 10 by the 10th. You know, it's not like the company is telling you you have to do that, and if not, you'll lose. But creating those false deadlines for yourself add that little extra fire underneath our booty, you know. Sort of goes along with the post that I did the other day in my video about how we always expect everyone else to give us guarantees, you know, and if they fall short, then we expect them to give us our money back or to follow through with that. Come through with that guarantee, you know, like if we say money back guarantee, and it's like, well, I didn't lose any weight, or I didn't feel, you know, less sugar cravings or whatever, I want my money back. I'm like, well, did you drink it every day? Did you try different recipes? Were you working out and being active as well and changing up your diet? No? Oh, well, how in the hell do you think that this one shake is going to get you to drop 30 pounds in 30 days? Are you out of your mind? You know how long it took you to gain 30 pounds? It wasn't overnight, and one shake cannot cancel out all day's worth of crap food. So just wanted to let you know that. Sorry, I had to get that off my chest. We need to set the example. So you need to have that plan for your business, creating your false deadlines, you know, and just letting yourself know, hey, you know what? I'm going to, you know, propose whatever, you know, to 21 days or 14 days, you know, no candy, no sugar, nothing. And then, so in time for Halloween, so I've earned my Butterfinger. Do you know what I mean? Like, pick something that people can join in on. It doesn't have to be a full-blown challenge group. It doesn't have to be anything linked with a workout program and Shakeology. Just something fun, something to get them engaged and activity going. So in the end, I just want you guys to be working to be more positive, more productive, setting goals that are appropriate, just having that positive attitude. I've just noticed too much going on Facebook. Everyone's negative, they're bitching, they're upset about this, they're whining about that, you know, and I just don't want us to get sucked into that, you know. It's easy to do, and once you do, it just poisons everything, and it's much harder to get out of it. So y'all are doing an amazing job at, you know, hitting your you know, goals and having your journey be successful. And I just want you to share that ultimately. Just share. Every day, share some component of it, whether or not you were successful in, you know, folding all the laundry the day of that was finished because you had more energy, or that you were able to finally fit in some pants that you weren't able to before, like pre-baby, pants. Things like that, you know, or you got approached by, you know, firefighters because you were doing a move of the day. You know, sharing all those kinds of things really gets people excited, and then they want to know more. Not so much about the, hey, I got 5 more spots left in my challenge group. That doesn't necessarily get them interested. They're already interested, and when they see that, then they're like, okay, let's do it. So I hope I didn't talk about too many different things, but I definitely wanted to touch base on this because it is a slow time of the year. It just is. Everyone's in a funk. Most of the people in the country, they're dealing with just the season changing and dealing with everything getting darker earlier, less sunlight. So it definitely changes people having that seasonal depression, but just keep at it. Show people that despite the seasons changing and all that stuff, you're still able to go. You're still finding your motivation and your positive force, you know, and being proactive. And I think that will then help people to turn things around. Usually in November, people are starting to think about the holidays and, you know, family functions, and then they start wanting to get their act together, start eating healthier so that they can look a little bit better than their other family members and things like that. Plus, it's always an incentive. If you worked your ass off for 21 days, then when Thanksgiving comes, you can actually enjoy yourself for that day, but not go super crazy. And then you do it all again before Christmas, and you can enjoy yourself. And then when the New Year start, everybody's like jumping on that bandwagon. So just keep grinding, do what you're supposed to do for the rest of this month, hit Success Club 5, and then we start all over in November, and it'll be like a whole different ballgame. So have a great night. I'm going to finally eat because I'm starving. All I've had is breakfast and my shake. So don't do what I do today, but do what I do all the other days. Have a great night. We will be back Tuesdays at 6 p.m. team calls.